Hello student, how are you? Hope that all of you are well. I'm also well. And today I'm going to start the English class of class 9. Okay. And the name of textbook is the Beehive. Okay. And the first today we'll discuss the first lesson of this textbook. The name of the textbook is name of the lesson is The Farm They Had, written by Isaac Asimov. Okay. And in this lesson, the major character of this lesson are uh, an 11 years old girl named Margie, and other characters Tommy, 13 years old boy, and the next county inspector, a round man with red face, whole box of dial and wires. That means he is a mechanic of computer, no? And next one is the Mrs. Jones, Margie's mother, and the next robotic teacher. Okay. So this lesson is start with a book. Okay. You see in your you see that means Margie, 11 years old girl, she wrote on her diary. It is the about story of 2157. That means the story is about 2157. Okay. And Margie, the girl, 11 years old girl, she wrote in her diary the story. Okay. So she said it is on 2157 how our school will be there, and how the children or how the student will get education, or how the classes are there. Okay. How they will get education. You see in the picture is given there, the is given there. You see here, school of the future. Okay. And you see here, learning through computer. That means at that time the student will learn through computer. Okay. And a virtual classroom. You see a virtual classroom. Okay. So you see the classroom. How will the classroom at that time? Student will sit, they will sit, and the computer will be there, no? And after that, a teacher, a robotic teacher will be there. In the computer screen there will be a robotic teacher. Okay, not a man. And moving e-text, that means the lesson or the books which we read in the computer screen. In the computer screen, the lesson or the sentence will be moved automatically. Okay, so these are the this is the picture of 2157, that how will our education, or how we'll get our education in the classroom through computer. Okay. So you see in your book, it's a Margie even wrote about it that night in her diary, on the page headed 17 May 2157. She wrote, "Today Tommy found a real book." That means on her diary she wrote it is a Tommy. I have told you, the 13 years old boy, she got a real book. It was a very old book. Margie's grandfather once said that when he was a little boy, his grandfather told him that there was a time when all stories were printed on the paper. That means because he's writing the story about the education system, or the classes system, or the schooling system, through a computer education, no? And but once Margie's grandfather once said that when he was little boy, his grandfather, the grandfather, Margie's grandfather's grandfather told that they had told in their time the books were printed like this. Now today we are reading now, and the books are printed, no? Sentence and lessons are there. But on 2021 there will be no books like this, printed paper. There will be computer screen, and there will be a robotic teacher, isn't it? And all the lessons and the sentence or the words will move automatically, no, in the computer screen. And after that, they turned the pages which were yellow and crinkly, and it was awfully funny to read words that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to on a screen, you know. and then when they turned back to the page before, it had the same words on it that had when they read it in the first time. Okay, that means in the computer screen the sentence of the pages will be automatically moved, no? But they have to turn out the pages, and how the color of the pages were yellow color, no? And it will be funny. Crinkly means with many folds or lines. That means these are old books, no? And it will be the what? It was the fold crinkly means many folds or lines. Okay. G said Tommy, "What is waste? You were through with the book. You just throw it away. I guess our television screen must have had a million books on it, and it's good for plenty more. I would not throw it away." That means what is this? Because Tommy is saying that is yes, the printed books were the wastage one. Okay, because after reading the books, it has to or it was to throw away, isn't it? But in the computer, then there no need to throw away, because there are many places, more and more places to keep the uh, books there, no? Same with mine, said Margie. She was 11 and had not seen as many books, books as Tommy had. He was 13, no? So Tommy is 13 years old, and Maggie was 11 years old. So he's older than 2 years, no? Than Margie. 2 years older than Margie. And so he had seen many books then, comparing with Margie. Okay. And she asked Tommy. She said, "Where did you find it?" "In my house." He pointed out without looking, because he was busy reading in the page. That means just he was when he got the book, he was just reading, and Margaret asked that, "Where you got the book?" He said that is, "I got these books in the storage in the storeroom of our house." "What is about? What is school?" So she asked Tommy, "What is school? What is about of school?" Maggie was scornful. "School? What's there to write about school? I hate school." That means Maggie scornful means, that means she hated school. Okay. She's school. What's there to write about school? I hate school. That means she, whatever is going on in school, the classes which will be taught in school, the lessons which will be taught in school. She hated this, no? Maggie always hated school, but now she hated it more than ever. That means again she is doing it more than ever. The mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test in geography, and she had been doing worse and worse until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully and sent for the county inspector. That means she gets education on computer screen, no? And in computer screen there will be a robotic teacher. Okay. And that means it is a mechanical teacher, robotic teacher. And the after teaching lesson, the robotic teacher also test, no? Okay. And after what happened, and that computer was got bad. Okay. And the Marcus mother sent for, that means call, sent for a county county spirit. It means a mechanic of a computer, no? He was around a little man with a red face and a wall box of tools with dials and wires. That means that the man was a red face, no? And he had a dials, tools with the dials and wires. And in the box which he brought, there will be wires and dials here, no? Instruments there. He smiled at Margie and gave her a apple. Then took the teacher apart. Margie had hoped he would not know how to put it together again, but he knew how all right. And after an hour or so, there it was again, large and black and ugly, with a big skin on which all these lessons were shown and the questions were asked. That means the computer was got bad, no, and the Margie's mother sent for the countryman. The countryman, county inspector came, and he repaired the computer. Okay. Computer. Margie thought that the county inspector would not able to repair the computer, but he, after an hour, he already make it repair, no? and again the in the on the screen the lessons were it is rising, and the lessons were shown on the computer screen, and the question answer also shown in the computer screen. That was not so bad. The part Margie hated most was the slot where she had to put homework and the test papers, because Margie was getting bad in geography subject, because the computer teacher taking test and test, okay, and she got bad. That means she did not well in the test, okay. And at a time there is a slot, that means there is a place in the computer cell, computer, and she has to keep the her what is homework and test paper, okay, and it will be automatically checked by the computer and give marks also, okay. And the inspector had smiled after he was finished and patted Maggie's head. After that, the inspector patted like this, no, patted on Maggie's head, and smiled also. He said to the mother to her mother, "It's not the little girl's fault, Mrs. John. I think the geography sector was jeered a little too too quick." That means uh, actually. In these lessons, Margit did not well in the test result, and after that, what the inspector said, it is not fault of Margit, because it is a fault of computer, because computer skills were a little faster than Margit's brain, okay. That means actually the overall pattern progress is quietly satisfactory, and he patted Margit's head again. That means geography sector was jeered a little too quick. That means it moved quick than Margit's age, okay. The sentence or the lessons which move there, no, in this computer screen, it is a little faster than Margit's brain, okay. Margie was disappointed. She had been hoping they would take the teacher away altogether. They had once taken Tommy's teacher away for nearly a month, because the history sector had blanked out completely. That means Margie thought that what happened? The computer will be taken by the inspector to make the repair, because once Tommy's the 13 years old boys, his computer also got bad, and the county inspector took away his computer, no, to make repair. So she said to Tommy, why would anyone write about the school? Hmm? She again telling Tommy. Tommy looked at her with very superior eyes, because it's not our kind of school. Stupid. Tommy said, it is stupid. It is not our kind of school. It is a different kind of school than our. This is the old kind of school. Yes. What kind of school? Old kind of that. They had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It was hundreds and hundreds years ago. He added lofty, pronouncing the word carefully. Centuries ago. That means lofty means a superior way. That means a superior way. He pronounced the word. That is a centuries ago. Maggie was hurt. Well, I don't know what kind of school they had all the time ago. She read the book over his shoulder for a while, then said, "Anyway, they had a teacher." Okay, so that means the book was taking Tommy, no, and keeping on her shoulder. She read a few lines of this books, and the Tommy also said, "Yes, there is also there. Anyway, there is also a teacher." I mean, at that time there was also a teacher like this at present now, no. All the students come in the classroom, and a teacher teaches you, know. That is sure. They had a teacher, but it was not a regular teacher. It was a man. That means Tommy saying it is yes, there was a teacher, but it is not a what? Not a robotic teacher. It is a regular teacher. The robotic teacher. Okay, there is a man. A man? How could a man be teacher? man be teacher. Mary told her how. Mary asked her, how a teacher, a man be a teacher. Well, he just told the boys and the girls things and gave them homework and asked them questions. A man is not smart or not. That means the at that time the teacher also gave homework, homework, no, and asked the question there, no, and they also Marcus said is yes, a man could not be smarter than the television or the computer. Sure, he is. My father knows as much as my teacher. Yes, Tommy will say yes, it is sure. My father knows as much as my teacher. That means his father. Tommy said his father knows more than a teacher. Margie was not prepared to dispute that. She said, I would not want a strange man in my house to teach me. That means in the computer room, there was only a robot teacher, no? And she was not agree about the school. She said, it is I would not able to give permission to come in our house to teach us, no? To teach me. She's saying. Tommy screamed with that laughter. You don't know much, Margie. The teacher did not live in the house. They had a special building, and all the kids went there. That means by screaming, it is by crying, hmm? with laughing, by crying and laughing. And the Tommy said, "Is yes, Margie don't know. There is a teacher who no. The teacher did not come to anyone's house. Just there is a school building, and all the students go there, no, and all the kids learn the same thing, no. So in the class, suppose a class 9, all the students are learning same thing, no? Sure, if they were the same age, yes, they also the same, almost same age. But my mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl. It it teaches, and that each kid has to be taught different. That means her mother says every student has to teach in different way. Okay, because all capability power or the catching capability or catching capacity or the catching capability is not same of all students, no. So all the students should be taught differently, no. Just the same, they did not do it that way. Then if you don't like it, you don't have to read the book. Yes, Tommy is saying it is, if Margaret is, if you don't like, then you don't read it. I didn't say I didn't like it, Margaret said quickly. She wanted to read about those funny schools. Yes, that means Margaret just wanted to know the long years ago funny school. They were not even half finished when Margie's mother called Margie's school. Margie looked up, not yet, Mama. That means at that time they are talking, no, and Margie's mother at the same time called it. Yes, now it is time to go to school, okay. And Margie said, no, it is not a time. Now, said Mrs. Jones, it's probably time for Tommy too. That means yes, Tommy also has to go to his school because it's time for him. And I said, Tommy, can I read the book some more with you after school? That means Margie wanted to read the books after school. Maybe he said nonchalantly. That means without giving interesting. He just said, yes, you can read it. He acted a dusty old book tucked beneath his arm. Margie went into the schoolroom. It was right next to her bedroom, and the mechanical teacher was on and waiting for her. That means after that, what Margie went to classroom. Okay, so, yeah, it was just right next to her bedroom, and the mechanical teacher. That means the robotic teacher was there, no, and that means the computer is being on and was being on, and robotic teacher is there. It was always on at the same time every day except Saturday and Sunday. That means the computer is always on, no, not off, not always on, except Saturday and Sunday. Because her mother said the little girls learned better if they learned at regular hours. That means Margie's mother said if the student regularly learn, no, they will learn more and more. They learn better, no. The screen was lit up, and it said today's arithmetic lesson is on the addition of proper fraction. It is meant the computer screen was lit up. That is screen on, no, and the robotic teachers was saying that is today they will discuss about the addition of proper fraction, no. Please insert studies homework in the proper slot. Yes, the computer teacher was saying that is was saying that is just to keep your homework on the slot. Mary did so. Mary also kept her homework on the slot with a high sigh, uninterestingly sigh. Okay, she was thinking about that old schools they had when her grandfather's grandfather was a little boy. That means just the class was going on, but and the robotic teacher also was teaching her the fraction of how to edit fraction, no fraction, yes, add fraction, but her mind was not in the classroom. Okay, she was just thinking about the old age school. Okay, all kids from the whole neighborhood came, yes, laughing and shouting in the schoolyard. Okay, sitting together in the classroom. She was just thinking, yes, all student, all kids from the whole neighborhood came. All students came in the school. No, they meet each other. No, and they laugh. They laughing. They laughed and shouting also. They also laughed, shouted in the schoolyard. It means in the schoolyard, this yard, in the area of the school. They seated there and together and laughed there. No, going home together. They also when the school is over, no, they went home together. At the end of the day, yes, they learned the same things. They whatever the teacher taught in the classroom, all the students learned the same things, no. So they could have help one another with the homework and talk about it. It means whenever the students were given homework, no, they help one another. Just she was thinking in his mind, and the teacher were people. Yes, yeah, yes, the teacher was a people. Okay, just she was thinking in her mind. The mechanical teacher was flashing on the screen when we had fraction 1 by 2 and 1 by 4. That means in the computer screen, it was on, no, in the computer screen. The robotic teacher was teaching about the addition of 1 by half and 1 by 4. Margie was thinking about how the kids must have loved it in the old days. It means, yes, Margie was that robotic teacher were teaching fraction addition, no, but she was the thing, yes, how the student loved each other in the school when they meet each other, when they uh, helped each other, no, in the about homework, how much they love each other. Just she was thinking about the fun they had. What what kind of fun they had at that time in this period? What kind of fun they had? So just like, no, in our school, you see there is all of students come here and they meet each other, no, and talk each other and shout it and sit together, no, and also there also co-curricular activities like this, dancing, singing, and sports also there, no. So these are the brief explanation of this lesson. Okay, and let's later we will discuss about the question answer. Okay, and the next class we will discuss the question answer. Okay, that's all today. Have a good day. Okay, bye.